Little Caesars changed the game, bro.
They did.
Little Caesars changed. That's the most shot of shit I've ever seen.
Hey, Chewy, blood. They want you on the podcast, bro. Look, he Mexican, bro. You gotta put him on.
Am I interrupting your depression? I'm sorry.
This week's episode of The Voice Party is brought to you by Big Boy Raps. Get your car wrapped by some of the most experienced and skilled in the Bay. Big Boy Raps, where the big boys play.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, watching and listening all around the world, welcome to another edition of everyone's favorite podcast, The Voice Party. We have comedian extraordinaire JD. We have musician extraordinaire Marcos of Tomorrow's June.
Richmond musician.
We have comedian extraordinaire Corday. We've got Philip Spruner on the boards, and yours truly co-hosting, along with our auspicious guest. Please introduce yourself, my good sir.
All the way from the town, repping East Oakland. You already know who it is. This is Big T, Terrell, Big T Butler.
Yo, welcome, man.
Welcome to the Voice Party, bro. Thank you for coming out all the way over here.
Oh, no, thank you for the invitation.
I've been meaning to ask you I think I asked you like the first time I ever did Cover Spoon to come out.
Yeah, you asked me a few times.
Yeah. I just never gave you a date.
Yeah.
He didn't care about you enough.
I know.
I did have it one time, but then I had to cancel last minute.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And then I've asked you. Well, actually, we just had you on the show. It was 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
for your
the
show.
actual comedy show.
Yeah. The Voice Party production.
That was like 2
weeks ago.
That was like a week ago.
Yeah, it was like pretty
I've had a lot of sunflower seeds today. My butt.
hydrated. Yeah.
I've never heard somebody lose a memory over a sudden.
It's just an excuse, man. I gotta hydrate. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So
you got one of your short films playing right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we explain to the people just in case, so we don't.
So yeah, for the people
what's
that's
happening.
looking, for sure. I recently graduated from film
He's
school.
doing his homework.
Academy of Art, and no, I graduated. Ain't no more homework. It's just work now. It's just work
Congratulations.
now.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you. But we did a short film called First Things First, and we shot it during like my final semester or leading into my final semester, and I had been on the director in the school to play that joint. Like, let me see it. Because you have to put reels together. So, like, when I go out and show other people, like, yo, I act, check out my chops. I write, check out my projects. And, the director, she had got us all hyped up. One day, she had hit us with the email, like, oh, the film is ready. We about to put it out there. Y'all get hyped. And, then she hit us right back and was like, nah, the head of the department said it ain't ready yet, so we're going to go back to the drawing board. I'll hit y'all when it's ready. And so I was trying to play it cool, and, months went by, then I graduated, and now the summer's coming to an end, and I'm collecting all my receipts right now. So
Nice.
They getting ready to drop this film so I can watch it. The people that are connected to it are all jumping on the Zoom meeting right now. And I'm excited. Is
this your first project?
No, I've done like I wrote a short film and we won some awards for it at school.
I didn't know any of this about you, T.
Yeah, versatile, not just a pretty face.
Yeah, not just a model, man.
I'm out here.
So you write, direct?
I do a little bit of directing, like I can help out.
Okay.
I just like to tell people I'm talented. You know what I'm saying? Like I could almost do whatever.
Do you like directing?
No, I like acting. I like writing. I like performing.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because that's a real thing. Some people just
don't like you don't like to ever act.
Yeah, I like being behind the camera. I don't like being in front of the camera.
Yeah, see, that's the difference. Exactly.
I like both.
You like both. I kind of like being in front of the camera. I mean, more than anything.
Yeah, me too.
Especially like the shit we did. I was, you know,
Oh yeah, the little short film we did. Yeah.
So I've been doing films for a while now too. Like mostly an extra as a cholo in the background somewhere, and it's pretty dope, man. Like, how often do you get to like dress up like we're in the border, like I just did with that one?
You also have a starring role in a feature film. Let's just not talk about that.
That's won some awards as well.
Yes,
You in a feature film, bro?
It's a feature documentary that he directed. It's called Unhealthy Comedian.
Okay.
Yeah, it's streaming now on Tubi.
Yeah, for free.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go check that out, bro.
It's about my weight loss journey.
I watch it every time I feel bad about myself.
It's a cliffhanger ending.
We have no idea how it ends.
No idea how it ends. Yeah. It's still
to be determined.
Yeah, exactly. See, you dropped a lot of weight recently, right?
Yeah, I've been on it for almost a year now. The homie Frankie Marcos. Comic, he from the Bay. He lives in LA now.
Yep.
He was training a bunch of comics that I knew in the park and over Zoom and stuff. And one of the homies, Ahmed Abdurrahman, he just started coming around looking like buff and shit. Like, he used to be just like, you know, this little flabby, little nerdy kid that I, you know, he's funny as hell. When he started coming around like, oh shit, yeah, you been out here, bro. I was like, you know what? Let me give Frankie a call. Plus, I get to support the homie.
Yeah.
So that's what that's all about.
You do it through Zoom?
Yeah, we do Zoom like 3 times a week, sometimes 4.
How much have you dropped?
I don't know. I can't even look at it. I just let people tell me.
Because you went from
you look good.
You went from Suge Knight to like, you know, now you're looking.
He went
slimmer.
from big T to like
big T to
big
medium T.
He was like, yeah, I lost about 30 pounds. I was like, no, the fuck you didn't, dude. You lost about like 60. Dude.
Yeah.
Like, looking good, man.
That's just hard, man. I you know, I mean, obviously, look at me. You know?
I was thinking
working
that
out ain't hard.
That's not the hard part.
It's eating right.
that's what it is. It's
making
eating
it
right.
making it a habit.
In the kitchen.
Yeah.
Making it a habit is hard.
Yeah.
I can't get into it still. Like to this day, I'll work out. I can lift weights, but then like get me to do that shit again 3 times this week.
Yeah.
You know, it's easy to come up with excuses.
So easy, man.
I was gonna say, you know, that you could make as many sequels to Unhealthy Comedian as there are Fast and Furious.
Like Fast and Furious 7 and shit. Fast and Furious 9.
There's gonna be that many documentaries, and like, when is he finally gonna get it?
What's his name said?
Yeah, I remember asking him. I was like, "Hey, you could do a part 2 on me."
Yeah.
Unhealthy Comedian does kung fu. Unhealthy Comedian does CrossFit.
Unhealthy Comedian goes to LA. Like,
Go see,
What the fuck?
That'd
Like
be
Beverly Hills
great.
Ninja and shit.
Exactly, basically.
Yeah.
Nah, no bullshit though. Because we just lost. We just lost a homie.
Yeah.
I didn't know him that well, but
Teddy Ray.
that's it. It's serious, man.
Yeah, bro,
The big
shit
homies,
is
we gotta
serious.
work together.
Yeah.
You know, we gotta be
Man.
out here supporting each other.
How many comedians die from overweight?
Heart disease.
Yeah.
I don't know, but this a
How
lot
many
of
have?
people in general.
Well, no, in
Patrice
general, but
O'Neal.
like
Like
specifically.
Patrice O'Neal,
Patrice O'Neal.
the diabetic.
Diabetic.
He had a stroke.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know John Panette, the dude. Used to do all his-
I used to
all
do a
his
bunch of shit
about,
online.
about food. All his set-
All about
He did like hours sets of just food, bro.
And it was like
What
some of
about
the best storytelling ever.
Ralphie
Ralphie
May.
May. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And who's the bigger black dude?
There's 2 of them.
Bruce.
Bruce and
Yeah,
Lavelle Crawford.
I saw
Lavelle
Bruce
Crawford.
live one
Crawford lost a
time.
lot of weight. He lost a lot of weight.
He said he
Bruce
was
died?
No,
He didn't die.
Probably big.
They still both big. But they both lost weight though.
Oh, did they?
So they used to be like bigger. Like,
Yeah.
Bruce used to walk out and it was just like all shoulders, like couldn't. But
Yeah,
then
big ass suits.
big ass suits.
Yeah.
Him and Lavelle Crawford, and then
My manager
Huge.
Errol had him on one of his shows, and we went to go see him, and then we were like, "Oh, let's go take a picture with him." And he was like, "Yeah, it's $20." And I was like, "Nah, you weren't that funny, bro." I'm not a comedian, so I can say this.
I would have paid for it. Yeah.
Nah.
I mean,
That's how they make money.
No, I know for
Remember
sure.
Ramona?
But I was
have
in.
some merch though, not a picture, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
It was just to take pictures. He wasn't selling any merch. It was just to take. And he was like in front of the door, and nobody was in line.
Yeah. DC Curry did that back in the day when Pepper Bellies was open in Fairfield.
Pepper Bellies?
Yeah, Pepper Bellies.
That burned down, right?
Yeah, it burned down.
Yeah.
He was like, I think it was right after, like a little bit after Friday after next. I had just turned 18 and I was taking there, and he said, "Yeah, I'm taking pictures for $20." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And I was like, "I heard they about to do next another Friday. He was like, good, I could need the money. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. But he took it on stage. So that was like kind of cool aspect to it. But yeah.
He took it on stage?
Yeah, took the picture. Like we took a picture with him on stage, like me and my dad.
Yeah, no, I don't know. So, like when it comes to paying for the picture. Yeah. What's his name? What was his name? One of the dudes from Black Eyed Peas. I worked in an event.
Yeah.
The
Asian
Filipino
dude?
guy.
Yeah.
He was charging $100 for a picture.
That's insane.
Like, dog.
Dude, you're not even the famous one.
Yeah.
If
you're not,
you don't even talk.
I'll just stand over here and take one when you're not looking.
Exactly.
I just be like walking by, just like take a video.
Take one of those selfies.
Right, that's what people do though. While he's taking a picture of somebody else or something, or in between, they'll just walk by the line.
Selfies, bro.
It's wild.
Yeah. I'll start with the one we always start with. When did you start comedy, bro?
I first started comedy in 2007.
Oh shit!
I was working at Market Street Cinema as a day shift manager, and I had got fired. And so,
why did you get fired? Why did you get fired?
You know, the club industry is like that. Whenever you get a new general manager that comes in, they bring in
house.
all kind of a bunch of people.
Yeah.
They bring in their own people.
Yeah.
And the guy that he had brought in, I was working rings around. Like I was way better than him, but since he had brought them over,
right,
he was like, I'm obligated, so you got to go.
Damn.
And so I had to go.
Who says loyalty counts for nothing?
Mm-hmm.
What
those loyalty to his people.
Market Street Cinema. It's a strip club. It was the biggest strip club in the city.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn.
I thought it was actually like
I thought it was like a theater too, a movie theater.
Yeah.
It was a porno theater.
That's how you got into filmmaking.
Is that in that strip clubs in the city?
No, I used to work there too. But Market Street Cinema is on Market Street, right around I think like 7th.
Okay. So
it was like
what was your
3
position?
stories. I was day shift manager. I had got hired there to work security.
Oh damn! So you used to kick those dudes out that got too handsy and shit.
No, see, that's why they hired me. They hired me because I wasn't like that. So I'm like a level-headed person. Walk you out. They had this Samoan guy there, and he was always knocking niggas out, and he would go to jail. And the boss, he's like, I'm sick of bailing him out. I'm sick of bailing this guy out. He doesn't want to have to bail you out. I was like, I don't want to go to jail. So we're both there.
Hit dudes from behind the head and shit.
Hella funny.
Damn.
And so I had rose, like under my old manager, I had rose to taking over as assistant manager, and they let me run the entire day shift by myself. So I had to like call girls, set the schedule, get money. It was crazy.
Wait, so you managed when they went up in stage and all that shit?
Well, like DJs manage that. I have to call them to bring them into the club.
Right. You're saying you're working
come in
tonight
and work my shit. Yeah. Because a lot of girls don't.
How does that actually work? Do you just have a bunch of girls and then, like, by the week you say, I want you to work this, this, and this, or they come in usually? They know they work Monday, Fridays, and
Saturday. When you work day shift, back in the day when I was working, strippers were like independent contractors. So they could come and go as they chose.
Right.
The thing was, I think once you sign on to the shift, you had to pay a minimum fee.
Kind of like your rent.
To be like booth rent. Like if you was a hairdresser or something, so you got
your percentage.
Strip where, you got to pay your percentage. And so I would have to try to, when you work day shift, you got to be like calling, yo, can you come down? Like there was already a set couple of girls that work day shift. I'm coming in on the day shift that you never had to worry about. And then there was like some like superstar, like fine ass girls that you was like, oh, can you come work my shift? I need some hot girls on my shift. We got some 40-year-olds in here. And then they popping. I'm talking about 40-year-old dancers. Like,
oh shit.
Bruh.
But is there one of those, also those strip clubs that have like great lunch deals or something like that?
Nah, because we on Market Street. There's nothing over there. I did try to do a lunch special because there was like a little donut shop across the street where they sold sandwiches. So I had the deal where it's like, yo, if you pay to get in, if you pay $20 to get in, I will buy you a sandwich, a soda, and some chips. And you can come in the club and do that there. And
just like Subway.
Right,
What kind of sandwiches?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Put you a lap dance in the sandwich, nigga. What's wrong with that?
Like, hold up. I got some letters on my shirt. My bad. Sorry about that.
I can see why girls wouldn't want to work a day shift. I mean, you think most people are at work. Like, where are they going to get
man, you'd be surprised, right?
A lot of people come in for lunch and stuff like that. Like, they come in on their breaks.
When I worked on Broadway at the Roaring 20s, we used to have this crew of Mexican niggas that would get off doing like janitorial construction shit. They would get off on their lunch break and they would just come in the club during the day shift, and they would sit around for a minute. Then they would all right before lunch was over, they would go get their dances. And
that's funny.
And they was like regulars. Like I think every Friday during the day, like around 1 o'clock,
you knew they were coming.
We didn't know, but they just started coming in, and then it got to the point because they had a pattern. Like dudes in the strip club, we all have a pattern. First we go in and we try to scope it out. Right. Like, yo, what's going on up in here? Just what kind of girls?
Right. Who do I want?
They playing, blah, blah, blah. Try to get a girl to flirt with you or something, and you know, try to hold out. But I'm like, yo, you niggas gotta get back to work, okay? So let's stop playing around. At some point, you're gonna have to spend it. So why not get started? You can have fun, and you can do that. And then one dude was like, you know what? That's right, bro. And they all just
you know you're gonna get it anyway.
Down at the table, bro. They started throwing money. I was like, see,
quit being shy.
What's your money?
What's one of the craziest things that you've had to
fires you had to put out?
Yeah. Things that you've had to witness there.
Right.
That you're allowed to talk about.
A boyfriend coming in to take his girl.
We've had, I mean, especially on, like, even before I started working, like when I worked at Broadway, Pimps. I hadn't seen like these young pimps. I hadn't seen them before.
Oh, shit.
Up close, you get to see them. I met a couple of them. You can be friends with them.
How do you handle that though? Like, if they're like, "Yo, that's my girl," and you're like, "Well, they're my girl right here now."
That's your business. I mean, but they would come, drop their girl off, maybe bring her some dinner. I knew one guy. He used to bring his girls dinner on the night shift so that they could, they didn't have to go nowhere and eat. He could just be like, "Yo, here's a 2-piece and a biscuit."
Solid investment there.
Yeah. Go ahead, get back to doing you.
It's very sweet.
But like, no pimps ever like came and like grabbed their girl and was like, "You're out tonight." Yeah,
we did have one dude. This one dude, when I was on Broadway, he was like super aggressive, and he had that was the first time I seen somebody grab their girl by the throat. And we was like, whoa, chill, bro. Like, he was like, no, nigga, that's my bitch. And I was like,
damn.
Then the manager's like, T, do something. I'm like, that's his bitch. Like, come on. She's just gonna go right to him. Like, when I'm done, why I'm gonna look like a fool?
Yeah.
And she don't want to be saved. That's what they say in the song. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved.
That's so bad.
It's true though.
No, I know. That's fucked. That's fucked.
Yeah, because that can lead to some crazy shit if you fucking interfere.
Okay, so but like in a situation like that, does the manager be like, "Yo, but she's our star. We need her Friday night." Like, you guys
he might try to pull a dude to the side
and be like, "Yo, let her finish out the night.
Don't do it in public."
Rock, paper, scissors and shit.
You already
on the middle of the floor with people around. He was like, "Bitch, you better give me all of it." And I was like, "Damn."
Like, she wasn't even done with her dance yet?
I mean, she was, it's just things going on.
And then if you step in and
he used to be like every couple minutes check in where my money at. Every couple minutes check in.
Wow.
And
that's
when he just I don't even know what they was talking about. He was just like, and he was super aggressive. She was up on her tippy toes.
Oh shit.
And I was like, damn, like for real, that nigga's real pimping.
Damn.
I was like, respect.
What the
Because we were real pimping in your face. When she respected you, like, He got her by her mind. Yeah. He got her by her mind.
Jesus.
It's messed up, but the fact that like he like where my money at, and she like don't leave or don't like
she don't run away.
Don't run away.
Yeah. She nigga, she get when they done with that, I'm up next, and she go to get it. I mean, that's just the way it be.
And then if you were to interfere, like your boss told you, that
I'm gonna look like a fool. I'm gonna disrespect the game. I can't do that.
And then she probably gonna beat you, like especially like
you could get in trouble yourself for doing that shit too, right?
I mean, sound like
I ain't gonna get in trouble, but
I mean, dude might try to retaliate and shit.
I mean, nah, cause that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm different, cause I've never been the bouncer that's like ready to
get in between
to fight. I'm not that
that's
guy.
True. Yeah. The Samoan dude would have probably.
I've been bouncing since I was 20. Like,
fuck.
So I'm 43. So once I learned about getting money in nightclubs and clubs and shit, I ain't give a fuck about violence. I'm just trying to get paid out here.
I heard that.
That's true, man. I'm not,
bro.
Because as a bouncer, you don't have to get involved with shit.
You have to break up fights.
Right.
Two people are fighting over here in this club. Yeah, I'm gonna split them up.
Yeah,
but I ain't gonna split them up and then start boxing you. Trying to show how strong I am. People, that's ridiculous. My pockets is flooded. No, I'm not swinging on him.
There's some bouncers that take their shit serious that. That's what I'm like.
When I used to work at this club in San Jose, the bouncers, they would pull up and they'd be like, nigga, I can't wait for somebody to start something. I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
They was in there full, they be in there like full ATF gear.
Yeah.
Nigga, we just black pants, black tee.
We did a party once up in we rented out some place in Crockett, and we rented it out, and we just threw this wild ass party. We hired security because the last one was that Winterfest, the one we talk about, where shit got out of hand. So we hired armed security. There was like we paid for armed, but it was like one guy had a Glock and the other dude just had like batons. and so then a fucking big ass fight popped off between some like white dudes from Crockett and a bunch of Mexicans from Richmond. And one of the security guards got jumped. The one without the gun,
of course.
And he brought out his whistle and he was yelling for the other. It was
like whistles.
It's all bad.
Like 3 people got stabbed and all kinds of shit happened.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Where was this?
What was it doing with the Glock?
Crockett.
Why were you in?
That's what we were thinking too. Oh, because we did a party, a legal party. One of those raves where we used to throw.
Oh.
Yeah.
I used to security at those.
Yeah.
After hours joint.
Yeah.
Oh, so much bread.
How much was that? Like $300 a night or some shit?
Well, I get like $150 to stay there from 2 to 5. I get $150, and then from trying to let people in faster than they want, faster than other people, I could make another $300 easy.
Nice. Damn.
So people are paying you, being like,
for sure.
Yeah. Here's 20.
I learned that.
What's the most people pay you to get in faster?
Well, I've had like 2 huge paydays in my life.
Okay.
One time I was at this party. It was like a Halloween party, costume party, and my boss, he had me inside all night, and I was hella mad because I knew it was big payday. I was so pissed, and he's like, all right, so you can come outside and you can work the door. And I was like, finally. So I'm out here. I'm just standing there. I'm just waiting. And I'm just waiting, looking for the opening. And this guy walks up to me. He says, bro, I got 5 people and $1,000. Get in here. And I was like, say less.
What?
Oh, so you do that shit where like, oh, that's what you're talking about.
I didn't 500, and I was done for the night.
Give you 100, and if you let me in right now, like shit like that.
Right now, for sure.
Damn.
Yeah, we used to do that all the time. And
so why are you not letting people in fast enough in general? Just
capacity, right?
Yeah, usually, like I used to work at like real popular nightclubs in the city.
Yeah.
And we get lines down the block. We used to have this party that was all Asians.
Yeah.
And it'd be all we used to have guest list till 11. So all this guest list line is going down the block. People trying to get in free if they sign up on the email list. Then all these people that are just trying to pay. going all the way around. So if you in line already for like an hour as we pat you down, check your ID, then you get there, it's $20? I don't know, but we got 3 of us, can we? And after you do all that, then you get inside, and it's like, it's a hassle. So we walk in the line, like, yo, can you back away from the cars, please? We trying to form a line, folks. People step outside, like, bro, man, it's just me and my girl. Can we get in? And you be like, I don't know. bro, I got $60. Like, well, you got to pay to get in. I don't want you getting up to the front and
being like, I got no more money.
Yeah, so he's like, bro, I just got to get in there. I got to get in there. So give me $60. I'll either walk them up there, or I'll tell my guy that's doing pat downs. I'll be like, "Cuzzo, I got 3 coming up this way,"
right.
And they'd be like, "All right, I got you." And then it was good.
So you guys split that with him?
I give him a little something, yeah, for sure.
Here's $20.
I let everybody eat. If I get 60, you could definitely get a dub for sure.
Right.
I've
helping me out.
I've never because he can't move. The guy that's doing pats, he can't move.
Right.
I earn the spot. I roam around. I could do whatever. I got to the point I could do whatever I wanted. So I'm roaming around, trying to help get these people inside. And once we get them inside, then we go inside.
Right. Taking a few taxes off the edge.
Was the guy to girl ratio thing a real thing?
In big cities, it is, right?
In big cities.
Oh yeah.
Like San Francisco.
So like you wouldn't let a bunch of dudes in if there wasn't enough girls.
You don't want a fucking sausage party.
Yeah. Well, once you get to a certain number. We always had a good ratio because the promoters, that's all you contact is girls, because girls are going to contact guys,
right? And
guys contact girls like, where y'all going? And like, oh, we going here. So, and we just always had followings. Our promoters had good followings. We had a dope little Asian party. Rick Lee, he used to have his SBC DJ parties there. We had this other guy, he owned like a modeling agency, so he would bring all these little everybody that would come to this party was like fly ass dressed, all these little models with the long legs and the short skirts. It was a good time. Life was good, man. It was like 2000.
Yeah.
That was 2000?
Yeah, like 2000, 2001. More
people partied back then, huh?
Yeah. Then I went to Mission Rock.
Different times.
Different times.
City.
Oh, yeah.
That was fire. Mission Rock, we had a Halloween party because Mission Rock is all on the water. They got this pier, and these people had this giant rave. It took up like 2 blocks on the street.
Wow.
From the club entrance all the way down the pier, then all the way down almost to the fishing pier. And they fenced that off, and people was trying to get in this. I made like $1,200 just myself, not counting what the other guys made.
Right.
People
and that's not on top of your pay.
And then I got paid. Yeah.
Oh shit, dude. We're in the wrong. Big dude, me and you, Corday, we're in the wrong professions.
I did security for hella years.
You did?
Like, yeah, I'm like, nah, I'm not about that.
You think this little big silverback nigga didn't?
Whoa, bro. Bro, it was easy. It was easy.
We stand in front of Copper Spoon and motherfuckers walk up like, bring my ID.
Yeah.
Like, you don't do that here. Fuck out of here.
I did a couple of bouncing gigs too, but I was a stupid fucking young 21-year-old.
Yeah.
I got into a fight with some Norteños because I got drunk. I was I never did it again.
You didn't have no OGs looking out for you. I had OGs look out for me, and my guy, I still talk to him to this day when I have a problem or whatever. He's like, do you know? You could fuck around here and like fighting and fucking these hoes left and right, or you can go get your bread, because it's bread in this building, in these buildings that these people own. And once I learned that, I've never looked back.
Right.
Yeah, like for me, I used to. It was funny. Like I got. I'm saying it's like security and shit, right? Like I remember a homie of mine was on the rugby team. And he was like, "Hey, bro, you ever did security?" I was like, "Bro, I did 5 years in security like before I came out here." And he was like, "Okay, well, I need you to do security at this party." And it was like a sorority party, right? So I did it there, and I was standing there, like I was just like check in, and I had like a little system. I was like a club. I was like, all right, y'all got any like wristband things or like markers? So I was like, that I can mark people who came like in wristband. They come in and out. That way, if they like tear it off or something like that, or we run out, they got a mark on their hand or something, right? And just put like a little star on their hand. And then I was like so intimidating that, and I like also knew CPR training because randomly some dude hit his head and they had to get like the firefighters stuff like that to come because he was like, it looked like he was unconscious. Yeah. So they came and got him and brought him back. But then my name got spread out through like several different sororities as like the guy to call if you need like security for your party or whatever. And literally I'll like, it's okay, we could pay like $30 an hour or something like that or whatever. And like for like college, like that's like a lot, you know, because I'm like, and it'd be like for 4 hours, but I literally only do it for 2, but they would still just Venmo me and say, what's your Venmo? It's like, oh my God, we love you and stuff like that. They'd like give me like a few little drinks and shit like that. And it'd be cool. And then I'd just be afterwards, I'd be like, you want to come in? And I'm just chilling, like partying with some sorority girls. It was dope. She's like, we really like you. So like, we're going to pass your name around. So like, it was like super chill.
And you didn't like that?
No, I did like that. No, but that's
you heard him say he didn't like that.
No, but
right?
that was college shit. But I used to do security, not like bouncing or nothing like that. And I didn't want to get back into security.
Bouncing,
because plus it was like super long hours and I get sleepy. So yeah, I was like, I'm kind of like after because I got my BA and I'm like, okay, I'm not going back to security because I don't like need to from that standpoint.
I remember that at factory when we didn't have bouncers yet, like because they would come at a certain time. We'd have to check IDs and vaccination cards and stuff like that, and they would send me at the door, and I was like, oh yeah, just during the day, nothing should really happen. And then once in a blue moon, someone would just throw a fit or something and start getting aggressive with me. And I would just start looking around. I'm like, all right, any of the big guys want to come out?
He needed a whistle, bro.
I needed a whistle.
You needed to give him a whistle.
Exactly. there was this one dude who was threatening. We had one of the bouncers who was training to be a bartender, so he was bartending instead. And I was just kind of freelancing, going back and forth, busting and dooring, and this one guy started getting aggressive. The guy just ran from behind the bar and was like, yo, what's the problem? I was like, cool, dude.
We needed a fucking bouncer at O'Reilly's that I used to manage in fucking 23rd Street in Richmond.
O'Reilly's?
God damn. We fucking got shot at.
You had me at Richmond.
One time 4 dudes came in with knives, with box cutters, and just took shit off the wall, all those testers. What the fuck are we gonna do?
Nothing.
It was 2 of us.
Nothing.
The time the dude took his shit in the floor, like after we told him we couldn't use the bathroom. Yeah, I shared that story before. It was just the wild. Like other security, other O'Reilly's and other auto parts stores had security.
Yeah.
I don't know why we couldn't go.
That's weird.
See, that's why when I go to Walmart, everything is locked up now, bro. You can't even get no chips without having to have somebody come over and get them for you.
I do, what's it called? When I do Instacart at Walmart, you can't get like the simplest shampoos or something. Like just to get a thing of deodorant or toothpaste, women's deodorant or toothpaste, like I had to go get someone's help, and it was so annoying.
We also I forgot when did you do your first show? We talked about
we were talking about comedy.
No, this is all interesting, but I forgot to. You said
you started off
that you worked at that theater, but then
you got fired. We went on a long story.
Yeah, I got fired.
That was a segue.
After that, I was like, I'm sitting around, like figuring out what I'm gonna do. Yeah. And like I'm like one of those guys. Like we've always been told, like, oh, you hella funny, you should be. So I just Googled, how do you become a stand-up comic? And then this page came up with all of these places to go open mic at.
Brainwash.
And
it was like, give us $300 and we'll show you how.
No, I went out in Pleasanton with Ed Tracy and them.
Oh, okay.
And so that's where I started. Okay. I went out there. I didn't even tell nobody. I just snuck off. I was like, yo, I'll be back. I'm going to go check it out. And, I said, if I don't like it, then at least nobody will know about it. So I went, first started going to open mics in 2007. Pleasanton, Brainwash, Dorsey's. Dorsey Locker.
Yeah, Dorsey's Locker in Oakland, bro.
Is that still there?
Nope.
Nah,
they tore it down.
I heard about that.
I driven past it. I'm like, it's just a lot now. I was like, fuck, yo, that was Dorsey's.
I never made it to Pepper Belly's, though. I heard it was fire.
Yeah, it was fire.
I heard it was,
I wasn't doing comedy when I went. I was like just 18, but my family, because they love to go. And
that was the only comedy club in that area.
It was the only comedy club in that area.
Pit stop from here to the Sack Punchline.
Yeah, Sack Punchline. And I'm just like, I don't get why no comedy club has moved back since. I'm like,
there's still breweries, but it's all local shit.
Yeah, but I'm like, bro, nobody does shows in Fairfield.
No,
it's like an untapped market.
Yeah. and they like comedy because they used to pack.
They used to pack pegs out. Yeah. They used to be like DC Curry and shit like that.
Oh, because we need fucking money.
To start one?
Yeah.
Yeah, comedy club?
No.
Oh, a show?
Just shows out there.
I don't know.
Let you make a comedy club. I'm like, yeah, dude, you need a building and all that shit.
And bouncers.
Yeah.
Have you ever been a bouncer for one of these comedy clubs here in the area?
Nah. I don't know. When I was, because I was working as, like, I did comedy for a year between working at the cinema and going. Then I went up to Broadway.
Okay.
But you know, I had, because I was like, I had invested a lot. I was invested a lot. I had made I made like a DVD with hella local comics was on it, like Sammy and Kabizi.
Oh, shit.
It was like 07. Yeah, we filmed it and had it edited and had cases and all that. And they was out there.
You still got some copies?
I may have one personal one left. Yeah.
What was it called?
Oh damn! I can't even tell you, bro. I can't even tell you. But I had like 13 something comics on there.
That's pretty
solid. That's solid.
Yeah, it was a good. And I paid for everything. I paid for the crew. I paid for the edit. I paid for the DVD boxes.
Mm-hmm.
I did the copies. It was lit, but I don't think the hustle was there yet.
Yeah.
Everybody was still.
Are you on the DVD?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Got to be.
Yeah.
Was you hosting?
Was I hosting?
I
think I was.
Yeah.
I think I did host. I did. But we just kind of. I couldn't even tell you how it looked right now and who was on it, but we had a gang of comics on there because I was just gonna do me and maybe like two other cats, and then I was getting all this advice. They was like, nah, the more you have, the better. It's like a compilation, blah blah blah. So I was like, all right, cool, and we just got all these people together, and then
where'd you film it again?
In Pleasanton.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where. That's where I first met Kabizi, because Sammy was like, oh, I got this guy. He needs to be on your. Can he get down on your show? And I was like. At first I was like, nah, but then I was like, yeah, it's cool.
It's crazy to hear that about he's been on TV and shit now.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel comedy has grown since you guys were doing it like back then and stuff like that to now?
Especially back in what, 07?
Back in 07 when like the scene that you're seeing now.
I was a junior in high school.
Right. Like you went from making your own DVDs to playing JD's show. Like, what went wrong? No. I'm joking.
Banging on that. Okay. How's it changed?
Yeah. Or at least like the local scene.
Well, yeah, it's definitely harder now because, you know, you can't say everything. Like, I think it's changed drastically since, like, Eddie Murphy Raw.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you can, you know, your whole career could die for saying some stuff that was on that DVD.
Shit, just from Chappelle shows a whole different game.
Chappelle gets canceled every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Chappelle has the supporters right now. Yeah, it was over. I got that link though.
Okay.
Watch that shit.
Send it to us.
Yeah, for sure. It's about to go down. You know, I just think you know, I saw a lot of comics that I had first started with. They're getting put on now, which is dope. And I think that's the next level. Is I see a lot of new comics coming out from when I first started. They're rising. Like I remember when we first met the young kid Joey Bragg, who's like an adult now. He his father was like super supportive. Got him signed with Disney. He's out here making moves. That little 14-year-old from San Jose Improv. Yeah. He's about to start killing it.
Joey Bragg? What's his?
The first kid his name was Joey Bragg. And
I've heard that name. Yeah.
He sounds familiar.
Let me look him up.
Yeah.
Keep going.
He's on Disney Channel?
He was. He came up through Disney, and then he got his own show. I think it was on like ABC.
Oh, this kid is from the Bay Area?
Yeah. Yeah, that's him.
Oh,
He was doing stand up.
I can't see.
Yeah, we was.
He's from Union City. I did not know that.
doing stand up in Pleasant.
okay.
he was on.
Damn.
What's it called? He was on.
It just says he's Jewish on the thing.
Yeah, he was on Liv and Maddie. That's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn. So you did shows with him back in the day.
Yeah, we was like, they used to do the open mic Monday, and everybody sign up, whatever. Then they do that, pick the top 5.
Yeah.
And the top 5, then you would get, like, the first place would get the percentage of the tickets from the door or whatever. And he just came through crushing. And then his father was managing him and got him into San Jose Improv, and then they just moved out to LA.
Nice.
Next thing you know,
Wow.
Disney Channel, bibbidi bit.
Yeah.
It's crazy when you, like, someone said, I think Mario Montes said it was like he's watching a movie with like hella big stars, and he always says to himself, "Damn, these dudes all started from I think it was like Steve Martin or some shit."
Yeah.
It's like those dudes started at an open mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey, you know,
Yeah.
Robin Williams, all those fucking you know,
They all got a tape somewhere where they was just
fucking around,
trying around, sure they sell.
trying shit out.
That's a good way to look at it. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, Robin Williams, Ellen, you know, Michael Keaton, all started at doing stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
It's a trip what this art could take you to.
Definitely indeed.
Yeah.
What do you want to achieve with comedy?
Superstardom, rich. I mean, what else is there? I mean, I'm already talented, so I know that. I just have to put it to fruition. I just want to get out here.
You went out to do what's it called, Chocolate Sundays recently, right?
I did.
Yeah,
I went. I
congratulations,
did the little. First impressions.
At Laugh
3
Factory.
minutes at Laugh Factory on Sunset. It's electric.
Yeah, how's that?
It's electric, bro. I mean,
how big
that
is
crowd
that room?
it's really even not that big.
It's like the size of this warehouse.
I think this warehouse might be bigger, except for you know, Laugh Factory they got a second level where you could watch the show from, but it's it's not that big, man.
Laugh Factory is the one right next to that restaurant. What's it called?
It's on Sunset, right?
It's right on the set.
How far is it from Comedy Store?
It's
they're
a couple
close to each
blocks.
other, right?
Yeah, just a couple
I think
blocks.
I'm thinking of Comedy Store.
Yeah, you
actually.
could walk to the Comedy Store from Laugh Factory if you wanted.
So you got to do it's 3 minutes that they give you for the first.
Yeah, for the live show, and you get it's 3, then 2 years from now I'm gonna get 5, and then in another 5 years I'll be up to 7 minutes.
What do you notice the difference between LA crowds and like Bay Area crowds?
I mean, LA crowds are crazy because you always have the potential to see somebody famous.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's what I hear from
Kevin Hart might just drop
somebody
in.
that
Dave
they
Chappelle
just
or
pull up. I mean, Dave Chappelle pull up here though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about like they'll be like, oh snap, Eddie was in the club.
Oh shit.
He said something, but. Or like Kevin Hart is notorious for pulling up to Chocolate Sundays. So
Yeah.
Didn't he have a show? Like, I don't know where it was at, but
Heart of the City.
maybe where he just brought up a bunch of comics.
Oh
like,
yeah, that was
that was Heart of
Cody
the
Woods
City.
was on and Mario Hodge, right?
Mario and G King.
Hey, have you guys done or heard about VR comedy shows?
Yeah.
Have you done any?
coming up.
I haven't, but I need to.
Have you?
My homie Corey Robinson, he
Yep.
does he does virtual reality comedy
All the
clubs.
time. Yeah.
Would you? Is that like something that you want to do?
Yeah, he said
Because
it's
I heard they get hella people
He
watching.
said it's hella people. It's a lot more interactive, and it was like better than Zoom. He's like, so like
Really?
everybody should like invest in the Oculus just for that purpose. And a lot of private gigs, people do that. So he's like, you can get paid like really good for doing that. So yeah. Like Clay Newman, I don't know if you know Clay Newman.
I know Clay.
You know Clay. You know Clay.
Yeah, I just met him recently at Copper Springs.
He always posts pictures or like videos of him doing stand up in the metaverse. Is it
Yeah.
metaverse?
Metaverse?
Yeah, the metaverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where Joaquin's right now. He's in the
Long day, man.
metaverse.
It's a long day for us.
No, he's all right. Yeah, no, I just heard about it recently, and that's why I asked you guys because I don't think I know anyone that's done that shit.
Yeah.
And I know that gets like you know, they get like hundreds of viewers.
Yeah.
Because it's a new market, man. You know, doing comedy from home.
Yeah, and I think like a lot, and I think it's funny because I think a lot of people buy like the Oculus like for the metaverse, but they like do for other games.
Yeah.
And then it's like people
There's
set
hella
up.
shit to do there.
There's hella shit to do, and then people set up like a comedy venue for it too. So it's like super dope. Yeah.
People can contribute, I assume, to the comedian if they want. Like, hey guys, hit my Cash App for the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you could do some.
I see comics going live on Instagram, and they have that little thing where you could just donate like 25 cents and shit.
It's like it's like a badge or something.
Yeah. Hannibal, he's
does that.
notorious.
Godfrey does that too. Yeah. Have you
TikTok Live?
Have you gotten to like perform with some of your favorite comics? No. And I always ask everyone what, like, you know, with your musician, top 5 musician, comic, top 5 comics.
Well, the first question, no. I've never got to perform with any of my favorite comics, but you know, a couple of them, like my top 5 are, you know, they're dead.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But gotta go like Chappelle, Kevin Hart, Richard, Eddie. Patrice.
Oh damn, that's a solid top 5.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I even like fuck with Monique. Monique is she's dangerous on the microphone, man.
And a lot of very underrated too, man.
Yeah,
from like the most of the, you know.
Well, the wilding out where she's calling people out these days, that's getting her some negative attention. For sure. But you can't deny the talent.
No,
once she's on stage doing her, it's a wrap. You know. And
then the filmmaking, like, how did you get into filmmaking?
Just I was in when I was in my undergrad at the Academy of Art. I took some writing classes. I took writing, sketch comedy for TV. And the lady that taught the class, she was like an original contributor to National Lampoon and Saturday Night Live.
Damn. Wow.
And, you know, she worked with, like, you know, the original cast, like Murray and Aykroyd and Eddie and them.
Fuck.
So, I wanted to take that class. So I took it. We was writing, like, you know, she was, you know, making us write like monologue jokes, and we would have to write like a Saturday Night Live type film sketch. And that's where I got into, I was like, oh, this is cool. And I felt like I left some classes on the table when you graduate and you take it now. I was like, oh shit, I could have got into this too.
What's some of the writing stuff you learned from that lady, from that class? Like, what's like an example of some little writing trick? Or
well, she's always like
that's a comedy writing class, right?
Yeah, well, it was so you have to, every day she would or every week we come to class, we had to have 10 monologue jokes. She's like, that's part of the if you use the work on like a Conan or Jimmy Fallon or
the
something,
the opening
monologue, they, you know, you have to write those every day. So you have to write the current topics and try to make a bump. And so we would do that, and we would read those in the class. We'd go around. She's like, pick your favorite one, read it, and we'll go around till everybody does at least 5. We do that. Then she would put the sketches we wrote on the digital board, and we'd be like, yo, Corey, could you read this part? You know, JD, could you read this line? And I could read the lines hella good. People liked the way that I would read their characters. Yeah. And I just got in, and that's where I was like, damn. And then I took an improv class at Academy of Art for credit, which was like crazy. Really helped me with my stage and my it really helps, like helps you like be spontaneous on stage. If you're trying to go in there with a game plan and then something goes wrong, you can just wobble, the turntables wobble, but they don't fall down, you know what I'm saying? So it's cool. And I just, you know, I left some classes on the table. And, you know, because you graduate from Academy of Art, you get a discount if you go back for your master's. So it was a no-brainer. I was like, let me go back in. You know, they got the subjects. You know, they got, you know, game design, writing. I hate to be a spokesperson for the school, but they got other shit.
No, so all this though, you became interested because of stand up, right?
For sure, stand up led me to all that.
Yeah,
for sure.
And now you were just, that was one of the films you created. Like, are you working on your own projects like now outside of school? Like, have you worked on anything yourself?
I am working on writing my feature.
Yeah.
It's hard. It is hard as hell.
How many pages too?
Nah, I'm up like I'm up in like the 90s.
Okay.
Oh wow.
I'm almost done with the rough draft. But I just, I get to going hella hard, and then something happened, and once you start dragging your feet, it's like, it's just like working out. Like when you start working out, you get in that rhythm, like, oh yeah, it's time to get it going. And then something happens, you can't go, then you start dragging, and the next thing you know, you ain't worked out in like 6 months.
Some filmmaker told me, don't stop. Like, if you're writing it and you haven't written it all the way, don't stop and look at what you've already written. If it's just a rough draft, just finish that shit.
That's what I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do.
You're not trying to go back to look at it again right now, because then you start making changes on the rough draft, and that's a waste of time.
Yeah.
But
no, I have my outline that I'm working off of. So I'm just writing from the outline, and then after I do that, I am reading this book called Save the Cat, which is like a film writing book.
Oh shit.
And then once I finish writing the rough draft, I'm gonna read that book. Then I'm gonna go back and write it again.
What's the? I mean, without giving us too much, what's your script about? Or you don't want to talk about that right now?
Well, I'll tell
Just
you, it's
an
kind
idea.
of, I don't know.
It's a comedy though, right?
Yeah, it's a comedy.
Yeah.
You might be too young to remember you remember The Burbs with Tom Hanks?
The show, right?
Yeah, no, the movie.
No, the movie. What was that about exactly? Because I know it was like, I remember I used to see my aunt and uncle owned a video store, rental store.
Oh, word?
And I remember looking at the cover all the time.
Now it's about this dude living at home who was like thought his neighbors were like these murderous people.
Yeah.
Involved with his other neighbors because it's like a suburban area.
Yeah.
So that's why it's called The Burbs. But it's kind of like that and the movie Neighbors.
Oh, okay.
So
okay,
it's a little bit of that.
Say, since you're a filmmaker, I gotta ask you top 5 films.
Yeah.
So you got two for one. That's a tradition here.
That's tough right there.
That's why I get an idea of what. I mean, you just mentioned The Burbs. Is that like one of them?
Hell no.
Okay. I was about to say, like, I've never heard anyone say that's one of their favorite movies.
Top 5 movies. Let's see. The Mac.
The Mac. Oh, I've never seen that one, but was that a 70s one, right?
Yeah, that's
who's in that? Is Pryor in that?
Pryor.
Is that with that scene where we could settle this like was it like
we can settle this like men
some class
or do some gangster shit?
Gangster shit. Yeah.
The Mac.
Damn, see, I'm trying to think of Cuz's name now. He was in it. What's Cuz? Max Julian. OG, rest in peace.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't he in The Warriors? Or am I tripping?
No, he was in How to Be a Player.
Okay, yeah.
He was OG.
Right. When he brought the chick and they came to his place and the badass bitches in there. Yeah.
Max Julian.
Coming to America.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. That's, classic. Did you see the part? What'd you think about part 2?
I didn't see part 2.
Anybody else who watched part 2?
I started to, I didn't finish it, and I was like,
Is it bad?
It's
It's too late.
They should have let it.
It's too late. It was like 40 years ago, man. It's too late now.
It's
not even like it was 10 years ago. It was like
bro, it's too late now, man.
Yeah.
You should have did that shit in the 90s, man.
Yeah.
Did you see it? No. Okay.
I thought it was a joke when they were like,
no.
It was, it was a money bag.
Exactly.
It's a money grab because of the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Let's put this out. They probably,
They probably lost money on that though.
I doubt it. They probably shot that shit hella
Hell
cheap.
no, because it was on Prime. So they probably got
straight to DVD, Prime, whatever.
Straight to Prime. Yep. Coming to America, the Mac.
They probably didn't spend that much money.
Nah.
Beat Street. That's OG shit.
That's OG shit. That's that one you used to hear about, and only very few had the actual cassette, right? Back in the days, like there wasn't a lot of copies or some shit. You ever seen Beat Street?
No, I haven't.
Oh no.
It's classic,
bro.
Oh yeah,
classic.
Have you seen it?
I seen parts of it because I used to hang with a lot of b-boys back in the days, or they call themselves b-boys.
Have you seen the end?
Is it where they battled it out in that fucking alleyway or some shit?
No, the funeral. The big funeral scene.
No.
Man, I was that's how I want my funeral to be. If you ever look at that shit, just go on YouTube and look B Street funeral scene.
Yeah.
It's lit. The funeral is lit.
That was a big deal when they came out, right? Because there was like no other film about hip hop or breakdancing, right?
Yeah, we had the 3 films of hip hop at that time were Crush Groove, Beat Street, and Breakin'.
What about Wild Style? That came, I guess, a little later.
Nobody like Wild Style, man. That shit.
Wait, what was the other one you said? The third one?
Breakin'. That's the West Coast Beat Street.
Oh, that's the West Coast. That was about wasn't that about the crumping and clowning?
Nah, that's this is about Turbo and Ozone.
Yeah.
And they meet the white girl,
the
ballet dancer, and make her a breaker.
What year were those? Come on, like 80s,
That's
late
like
80s?
The 80s, yeah. Damn. Yeah, Breaking.
And Beat Street. So Beat Street's number 4. I think everyone should watch Beat Street. You never seen Beat Street all the way?
I have.
You have?
It's dirty what Spit did to Ramo, goddamn it.
Word up. That's tough. That's tough. But the funeral scene, that's lit.
I haven't seen it all the way.
So we became a power. Believe that.
Look it up, man. Do yourself.
I'm gonna watch that funeral scene right after this.
Nigga, that is I'm telling
B Street. Okay.
B Street.
I would see that. Yeah.
It was like it had everything. It was graffiti,
storyline,
DJ, breakdancing, the storyline. It was all there.
Oh, we got the light.
Oh, okay.
No, you're good.
Oh, okay. Fire movie, man.
Number 5 is gonna be hella different. It always is. Whenever someone goes on the list,
well, because I'm trying to think of movies where if it's on, I'll just watch it. I don't care where it's at. I'll watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Shrek. That's for me. That's
Will Ferrell. Anything Step Brothers.
I would say Half Baked.
Yeah, that's one of those for me too, where I like showing it to people. Like, you ever seen Half Baked? Like, no, man.
Yeah.
Especially like the little cousins that just started smoking weed.
Oh, okay.
I always thought they should have did a part 2.
Yeah. Especially since like after that they all got hella bigger. Like Jim Brewer got bigger comedy wise, and then Chappelle, of course.
Blew up, yeah.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
I wanted part 2 where Mary Jane is the one getting high while Dave Chappelle is trying to live the sober life.
Hey, she still looks young as fuck. They could do that right now.
I remember seeing her in that movie, and then later she got her show called Half and Half.
Yeah.
And then I saw Half and Half first, and then I saw that movie, and I was just like, God damn.
I saw the Craft. My sister used to watch the Craft. Yeah. She still looks like she did in that movie.
Yeah, she's a baddie for sure.
Yeah,
baddie
man.
since day one.
So we're about to close out, bro. You got any other projects you got coming up you want to talk about right now?
No, but if anybody's listening, I do want to work on like an animation project. I feel like
talk to Eric
some
Newton.
animation shorts would really get the name out there, especially because they're easy to write. I'm just waiting, and I was trying to wait until I finish the rough draft.
Yeah, the rough draft.
But that is something that's on my mind that I want to get a part of. So
that's cool.
If you need voice actors.
Yeah, but I'm working.
That's what I know. Like a lot of people, man, getting involved with animated films like helps them break through to.
That's what I'm saying.
Because like that's probably the biggest market as far as film goes. One of them, right? Like animation films.
Well, you could do more on less budget.
Yeah,
that's what I learned from Seth MacFarlane. Because I've like had the box set of Family Guy, and after you watch it so many times, you start watching it with the commentary.
That's true.
And he's just like, animation, your character can shoot up this wall, and you don't have to cut. Let's bring it back, do it again. And cost hella money.
You use one actor to do like Simpsons. They have the guy that plays Mo. He does
everyone.
Hella other ones. He does Apu. He does and that's why that show's been hella successful.
I think they have a cast of 4 people.
It's like 10, but they do hella different shit, and they add,
Well, the key people don't the one that does Lisa. She just does Lisa.
Oh, okay.
Bart does just Bart, I think.
Yeah. Well, shit. And you're at Copper Spoon every weekend.
Thursday through Monday.
Now. It's gonna be 7 days a week.
Little Chopin Mike Monday.
Yeah.
So if you think you got the chops, you can come through, give 5 minutes. I got the Puff Puff Pass comedy show in SF at Barbary Coast.
Nice.
We just did the first one last week. It was lit.
What day of the week is that?
Thursdays. Okay. Every Thursday.
Okay.
And be on the lookout because my movie First Things First coming out. Yeah,
that's the one you just watched.
That's the one I was just looking at.
Nice.
Yeah.
We gotta do a film. We gotta do a film festival now for real. We talked about a film festival hella long ago, and we got the space for it.
Hell yeah!
That's where we screened the documentary. So. A lot of these comics are coming out with films. Like, you could just do it all in one.
That would be awesome.
I'm also working on a documentary.
Is it about?
Lady, no, it's not comedy related.
Oh, nice.
It's really like a phoenix rising from the ashes kind of story.
Okay. Nice.
Nice. Young lady grew up poor in the Bay Area, foster system, and the horrors of that, and now she living in a beautiful house in Oakley, and taking her, instead of having her kids taken away, she's taking care of everybody else's kids now. Real humble story. So we're gonna be we just started having meetings about that. The homie Jesus Cruz.
Oh yeah!
Shout out Jesus. He's I'm trying to get him on it to be the director and everything.
Nice.
So I'm always working with the community, bro. We can always do something.
Hey, if you need some filmmakers or some camera people, we got IOP Video here.
I see y'all now, man.
Yep.
I mean, I've been seeing y'all, man. I'm just, I'm glad to be down here. Sorry we waste so much time. Yeah. As soon as I mentioned I work with strippers and hoes, like everybody want to talk about, man. I swear. I'm sorry.
Man, I'm sorry
we took
I didn't know that side.
Gravitated to that.
We have to talk about it. You can't just, because it's not every day.
You can't just bring that up and
it's hard. It's hard to bring it up, but it's such a big part of my life, man. I worked in the industry for like 8 years.
Dang. Man.
We gotta have you back for most stories.
Season 2, episode 2 with you is just about strippers.
Pimps and hoes. Pimps up, hoes down. Exactly.
Hey, where can people follow you, bro?
I'm on IG at hellafunny_Big T. I'm on Facebook at Big T 510. I'm on Venmo at Big T 510. I'm on Cash App at the Hella Secret Show.
Hey, I'm on Venmo at the Voice Party too. What's up?
There you go.
All right, man. You guys got any other last questions for Big T?
No, thank you for coming on, man. I really appreciate it.
So
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank y'all for having me, man. I look forward to it.
All right, man. That's been the Voice Party.
we're out.
Peace.
Oh, sweet Jesus.